You're the perfect person to ask about what gives with Kenley Jansen, since you were the guy who said maybe we should make you a reliever.
Yeah.
So this is pretty much the first adversity he's ever faced in this position. He's looking mortal all of a sudden. Most relievers eventually do. What's your evaluation of what ails Jansen this year?
I think it's really related to spring training in a lot of ways. I think the Dodgers last year were really wise in how they used their pitching. They were very judicious in how they used their starters. I think Kershaw led the staff with 175 innings. Typically, you'll see somebody go 210, 220, then pitch the month of October on top of that. They were very judicious in all their usage, and I think it carries over to the spring. Kenley threw hardly at all this spring in regular spring training games. And it was really to kind of give him maybe an extra month to recoup. You play till November 1st. Your off season is a month shorter than the teams that didn't make it. Plus, it's a different month of October is different than any other month you're ever going to play. I think all that stuff adds up. So I think they were wise in kind of, keeping him back a little bit in the spring. And I think that's what you're seeing. You're still seeing him come out of spring training. Really, it's probably a week in my mind, maybe a week into the regular season now, even though we're a month in. But as far as his development this year, I think it was wise to wait. This team is built for October. So they know that that's the month they're going to have to really have everybody in the best spot that they can be in.
And far be it for me or anybody, I guess, to tell Dave Roberts, a perennial manager of the year candidate, how to handle his players or know how to push a button. I mean, Yasiel Puig is a perfect example of how to rehabilitate a player that needs that sort of mental rehab. So what is the scoop with benching Cody Bellinger? I mean, that didn't. I saw the play. It didn't look like he was jaking it to me. Does this kid, was he reading his press clippings a little bit?
No, that's the one thing, and I've learned a lot in my 30-some years in the sport. There's a lot of things I don't know, and I don't know what goes on behind closed doors, and I don't know all conversations that do take place. I have great respect for Dave Roberts. I have great respect for Cody Bellinger, and it was one of those situations that hit a flashpoint. And Dave had seen enough and took him out of the game after doubling in the right center field in San Francisco, thinking he should have been on third base. You talk to Cody after the game, and Cody says, hey, when it was a breaking ball, by the time I finished my swing, I was down on one knee. By the time I got up and started running, I didn't want to get thrown out of third base. So there's a thought process to his part of the play. But Dave Roberts is the manager, and Dave Roberts is going to set forth what he expects. We've all seen Dave Roberts as a player. Dave Roberts took nothing off ever. And not to say that Cody took that play off, but we don't know all the detail that has transpired. He did what he did. Dave Roberts said what he said, and I think that they put it behind him and they'll move forward. I think it's a lesson to be learned, and I think that Cody's a respectful enough player and person that probably won't ever happen again.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.